Hey you guys, it's Channon Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my pregnancy update for the 3rd trimester. Oh my goodness. There's a lot to catch you up on, but I do have to say the 3rd trimester is so hard. At least it's been for me. Each week I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. I can't do it anymore. And then the next week it gets like worse. This is obviously my experience. I'm sure there's some people that have well, I know that there's people that have wonderful pregnancies. Mine has not been one of them. If you watch my vlog channel, you will see me like literally crying through and complaining through all of my vlogs because of how pregnant I am and how I'm feeling. So I'm gonna give you guys the gist from weeks 28 to 31 because I'm now currently 32 weeks pregnant. At week 28, I started to get a lot more hungry. And when I say hungry, I mean like savage hungry. Like I will go in the kitchen and just start eating everything. And then you would think after I ate a bunch of something, I would be full, and I'm not. And I just keep eating more and keep eating more. And I've just been having this insatiable hunger.
Don't you worry about cholesterol, love handles?
Literally feel like a savage in my own kitchen. So I know a lot of people, this is a positive thing. A lot of people have issues with sleep and insomnia, and knock on wood that I don't get this. I thankfully have been able to sleep through the night still at week 28 and only have to get up to pee a few times. So I'm very grateful for my sleep because I know I need it now. And I weighed 148 at week 28, and I was pretty concerned about my weight because I am very petite, I'm very short. I am only 5'3", and so when I gain weight, it doesn't have, ooh, she's really kicking. It doesn't have very many places to go, so it kind of fills out all over my body, not just my belly. And some of you guys are so sweet. You're like, oh, you're just all belly. Girl, I wish. Definitely not. I'm hiding it really well if you think I'm all belly. But I was pretty concerned about my weight gain for medical reasons. And my doctor said it's totally fine. And because I started out at a normal healthy weight, that girls that are shorter tend to gain a little bit more than the 25 to 35 pounds, and that I'm totally fine, and he's not concerned at all. I also see a nurse practitioner at that practice. She said the same thing. And then I even went to a midwife because I was thinking of switching from the hospital that's 5 minutes away from me to a hospital that's an hour away from me for a natural birth, because they had birth tubs and stuff and gas and air at the hour away from me hospital. So I was thinking of going there, but then I decided against that. Basically my point is that I saw a bunch of different people, and they all said that my weight gain was totally fine and to not be concerned about it. My husband seems to think I weighed 105, 110 before my pregnancy. When I went to my primary care, she said that I weighed 115, and I think that was after a bunch of fertility treatments that we had done to get me prepared for my IVF. So I was either between 100 and 115 pounds when I got pregnant. I don't know my exact weight, but for the most part, I'm over the 35-pound limit is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that was kind of week 28. And then week 29, I noticed that I started getting a lot more tired, and I would be taking literally 2 to 3 hour naps throughout the day. That's how tired I was. I also was really nesty during week 29. I'm not right now, but I was then. I wanted to organize the whole nursery and all the baby clothes, and I did. I ended up literally organizing her whole nursery and going through all the stuff and everything. Also, the bottoms of my feet I wrote down were sore and bruised. So when I would wake up in the morning, I have hardwood floors, and even on my carpet, I would notice the bottom of my foot, let me try to show you. My feet are so gross right now. But this part of my foot felt bruised. And even still now, weeks later, it still feels kind of bruised. Has that happened to any of you guys? Or is that just me? I think that it's a weight gain thing, but I don't know. It could be from pregnancy, but it literally feels bruised, but just on that part of my foot, when I'm walking barefoot. It's really weird. Okay, what else? So I have had some bouts of sciatica. Not really bad, but I've definitely had it here and there, but it seems to have gone away, thank God. What I do have is terrible back pain. So for those of you guys that know me, you know that when I was really young, I got in a really bad car accident. I broke my back. I had to relearn how to walk. It was a really big surgery, and my back's been really messed up ever since. My back doctors always said, you're gonna have back problems your whole life. We don't know if you're gonna be able to carry a baby and like through a pregnancy, how that's gonna be on your back. So I'm fine to carry a baby. I've been like cleared for that, but it's definitely been a struggle, I'll say that. Like, cause when you're pregnant, you like, even if you had no back pain before your pregnancy, your back always hurts you because you're like carrying so much weight. So I just feel like I've had a lot of back pain. My left eye also throughout my pregnancy has been bothering me like really bad, off and on. I don't know what goes on, but it gets like really blurry. It feels funny. It feels like a lot of pressure. I don't know, it's weird. It gets red. Like there's been I've been having lots of like vision problems. I see like stars off at the side or just like vision disturbances. I don't have preeclampsia. I literally bought a blood pressure cuff because I have like such bad health anxiety. And I have been lately taking my blood pressure like every day because I do like, I don't know if you could tell, but like I'm pretty swollen, but I don't have preeclampsia. My blood pressure is like amazing. So I've been lucky for that. But yeah, it's been harder to walk, hurting all over. And I've been feeling that she's like rolling more, like the movements in my stomach are different than they were earlier on. Like it's like more rolling movements and like, I don't know, it just feels different, if that makes sense. I did experience a little bit of insomnia in week 29 where like I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep, and that's definitely not like me. Normally like I'm a really good sleeper. So I noticed it a little bit, but it's gone away. It just didn't last long. Just like aches and pains. And also a positive during the week was that I bought our little girl a personalized coming home outfit. So I'm really excited about that. It's been taking forever to like get here though, now that I think of it. That was week 29. Yeah, it's been like weeks. It just shipped. I got it off Etsy. Okay, week 30. I ended up finishing her nursery. And when I say finished, like it's mainly finished. There's just a few finishing touches I need to do before I do the nursery tour. But I'm so excited to do the tour with you guys because I've been waiting a long time to do that. Also during week 30, I washed and put all of her newborn and 0 to 3 clothes away in her closet. And that was really fun for me. And then the older like clothes that I got, I'm storing in plastic bins. That's like kind of how I'm organizing it. Also, if you don't follow me on my vlog channel, I went through all of this and showed you guys like me washing the clothes and putting the clothes away and how I organized everything. So if you're curious, you can definitely check out that channel. At week 30, I also started packing my hospital and diaper bag, and I'm gonna be doing videos for both of those. And then I'm also gonna make my husband, like I'm gonna make him do a what's in his hospital bag. So stay tuned for that. It's definitely been harder to get comfortable in week 30 because just of the extra weight and like the belly getting in the way. And also, okay, this is really weird, but does anybody else's pee smell like baby? It could totally be like that I'm crazy, but like, I don't know. I feel like my pee smells like baby. And then a lot of times I'll see like bubbles in my pee, and I never used to have that before. Is that like a thing when you're pregnant? Let me know. Also, okay, so this is a little TMI, so if this kind of stuff grosses you out, click out. But when my mom came to visit in town, I was noticing that I was having like in my underwear, like these almost just look like I had peed myself a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this like, do I have like a slow leak in my amniotic sac? Like I started like obviously thinking of the worst thing that could be happening to me. And so I texted my doula and told her, and she thinks that it's just like a watery discharge. She said that literally like 85% of her clients text around that time saying that they think that they have a leak, but really it's just our discharge gets a lot more watery then, I guess. So that's what she said. And she said, don't worry about going to labor and delivery. Like it's not really necessary because it's been lasting a while. Like I've had it for a while. She said, normally if that were to happen, it wouldn't last that long if it were actually like the amniotic fluid, and that the bag would like end up breaking. So that was the advice she gave me. Let's see. Okay. And then week 31, my nipples started to get a bit more sore and started leaking the clear yellow fluid. Okay. So I get so excited about this part because I have had reconstructive surgery on my breast. I've had 2 boob jobs. So I had the first boob job, they were too big. I was like, I don't like these. So they ended up taking them out, making them smaller, but they also lifted them. And there's a lot of reconstructive surgery when they do that. And I was really concerned that like I wouldn't be able to breastfeed, or it would like mess up me breastfeeding. And I even asked the plastic surgeon, like, is this gonna mess with me breastfeeding? He was like, no, it shouldn't. But I was still like really concerned about it. literally thought my nipples were gonna fall off like after that surgery. So I was really glad and excited to see that I had some colostrum like coming in, and it's not like leaking on its own that I notice. I do notice that like it gets kind of crusty, like in my, so gross, but like crusty in my nipples from the colostrum. But I never see it like really leaking, and it's not leaking through my clothes. But like I thought that I had like a pimple on my nipple, and so I like squeezed it and then the stuff came out. So it was like really, it was really crazy, and I got so excited, and I like screamed for my husband, and I'm like, Trav, you gotta come see this. I have stuff coming out of my boobs. Like I'm all excited. It freaked me out at first because I was like, what the hell is this? But then I realized what it was, and I was excited about it. So I'm hoping that that means that I'll be able to breastfeed okay, but I don't wanna like get my hopes up. And then obviously swelling in my hands and feet were like getting worse in week 31, and I ended up like not being able to fit in my shoes. I literally had to go to the store to get a new pair of shoes, and I am like a whole size up. Like I normally wear a 7, 7.5. I had to buy a size 8 slides. My feet are getting so swollen, and same with my hands, and it's just uncomfortable. Like it's hard to like close them, or like when you walk it feels funny. So I also had to buy a size up in my compression socks so that it helps with the swelling. So that's why I got slides, so I can wear compression socks and then put my feet into the sandals. And this is the best news, you guys, my hair stopped falling out. So literally my whole pregnancy, my hair was like falling out so much. I was just like, this is so crazy. I'm like losing so much hair. It actually stopped falling out around like the mid week 30, week 31. And then I went to my hairdresser, and she was like, oh my God, you have tons of like little baby hairs growing back in. So I guess it like my hair went through some like cycle change where like it fell out, a bunch of it fell out, and then like it started to grow back again. It's the weirdest thing, but it's growing back, so that's good. And then also just having such bad pregnancy brain, like I feel so spacey and out of it. Like it literally feels like my brain and my head is just floating off. I tried to make dinner the other night for my husband and I, and the bag accidentally like ripped open when I was putting the pasta in, and like all this pasta fell out all over the stove. Instead of like turning the stove off, like I panicked and I couldn't think properly like of what to do. Hey babe, I'm about to start a fire in the house. I just feel so dumb. I don't know, like it feels like my brain is broken and not working. That's kind of my pregnancy update. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will give you guys a little bump shot now. Okay guys, so here is my bump. As you can see, this little belly button hole is getting really like sensitive and uncomfortable. If I can give any advice, don't pierce your belly button. It was popular when I was younger, but it's not anymore. And my tattoos are faded out a lot from my laser tattoo removal, but I still have more ways to go, but that is what I look like right now. Also, this thing has been like a lifesaver. I've been using this so much lately. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah!